Hello, Leo. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be your New Year reading for 2026 for the month of January. Your monthly reading for January 2026 for the sign of Leo. We want to look at how the general month is going to look and feel for you, Leo. Hopefully you're off to a great start by the time you watch this, or you're heading in that direction. Wishing you the very best, of course. I'm so thankful that you're here, for your energy, for your time. Any contribution to the channel in the way of your energy, your time, effort, always appreciated. I am using the Arcanum Tarot. So if you want to take a snapshot, you can always Google image the cards in case you're interested in the cards themselves. So we are leaving the year of the snake and we're heading into the Chinese New Year of the horse. We're heading into the year of the horse. Those are cool concepts. I'm not going to go into them in detail here, but you should look up if you don't know about them already. 2025 was the year of the snake. 2026, the year of the horse. So a good concept for us to look forward to. If 2025 was challenging for you at all, just know that like a snake sheds their skin. Essentially, I hope that's how all of us have left 2025, as a shedding of the skin and moving into the new future. See what we have in store for Leo for the month of January. Arcanum Tarot, using the Celtic cross spread, I want to find the first energy to be what you've left behind, or what you're leaving behind, what you're exiting from. What is something in your past that, even if it's closing out December, it could be very recent, it could be right now. It is the Nine of Swords. I'm going to come back and explain everything. I'll just lay everything down first. So your recent past is the Nine of Swords. And as we look at your current day energy, your present energy, Leo, what is that? What is your present energy? That right now feeling. Seven of Swords. What's challenging that? What's creating a problem for that Seven of Swords? Death energy. And this is not anything predictive. This is just an energy. Death energy is transformative. So we'll come back to this, but this is creating a challenge. And what's on your mind? What's going on in your like crown chakra area? You know, it's that higher level thinking of yours. What's going on for the sign of Leo? Two of Wands. Okay, and then your subconscious. It's the place where we might not even be aware that we feel that way or think that way, but it is certainly there. It's maybe buried in the depths of our being. I like to think sometimes this is down in the root of us. It's the Eight of Wands. So fire energy there. Fire energy on the mind and fire energy in the root. What are we looking forward to as far as the near future energy is concerned as we progress through January? What is something for us to be looking forward to? Energy for Leo for the near future, King of Pentacles. Aries just had that in the exact same position. Your fire cousin, same exact position. Looking for the external energy for the sign of Leo. What is outside of your control, outside of you, but it affects you. It could be your job, it could be your love life, it could be your partner, it could be your home, but it affects you. It's the Tower. Interesting. And now your energy and your internal energy. How are you feeling inside as the month of January unfolds? What's going on internally for Leo? Beautiful. Your energy, the sun, beautiful, bright, lit up, light filled. Lots of fire in this reading. Just FYI, lots of fire. What is your hopes and your fears? Sometimes they're one and the same. We may not realize that the thing that we're seeking the most is something we're also deathly afraid of, because what happens if you get what you want? Sometimes it's easier to not get what we want. Our hopes and our fears. The Four of Cups. And your final outcome. Leo, how will the month of January end up? And remember, this is always just concepts and ideas. This is, like I said earlier, it is not predictive. We're not predicting the future. We're just looking at it so that you can reflect, so that you can contemplate, so that you can have, even if it's just a general overview, maybe you have a heads up or two. Three of Cups as the final outcome. This is happy, joy, celebration. So you're going to end the month on a really good positive note. And let's begin with the recent past. Leo, showing up to January, kind of stressed out, kind of freaked out in the mind, not getting good sleep at night. You know, you lay down, you try to rest, but all that happens is it's almost as if these swords piercing the mind, piercing the brain, creating pain, creating turmoil, keeping you up and keeping you busy in your brain so that you can't relax, you can't shut them off. They're just constantly, you show up in January a little stressed out, is basically what I'm trying to say. So Nine of Swords, it's all about the mind, and it's all about the way we are thinking about things. So something has you stressed out as you come into January. Your current position in January, as January starts, your current situation, you've dropped two of the swords. Now you're down to seven, but you're feeling unsure. You're feeling in your mind, like the way that you're thinking about things, distrustful. You're feeling suspicious. You're feeling like you have to look around over your shoulder at every turn. Is everyone playing the A game? Do you need to be worrying about people telling lies, hurting you, betraying you, sneaking around and doing things behind your back? Are you constantly worried? As January unfolds, whatever you were so worried about, like I said, Nine Swords, it looks like you've dropped two of them off, but you're still in a very agitated, distrustful, it's not your best self. As you show up in January, a lot on your mind and a lot of suspicions, a lot of distrustful feelings and thinking about certain people, places, or things. And what's challenging the Seven of Swords is this death energy, which, as I said, not predictive, not saying that there's going to be a death. This isn't something bad happening to you or someone you love. Death is an energy about the situation. And the way that I'm reading this is this death energy, this transformative energy, taking one thing from one form to another, whatever it is that's been plaguing your brain, your thoughts, your mental capacities so deeply, is changing now, because the death energy is here to put a stop to it. This sword pressing down into the earth by this, what looks like such a dark, ominous figure, but what is happening is changing form from one thing to another. No matter what it is that you believe happens when a physical body is no longer, their spirit transcending into heaven, back out into the atmosphere, whether you believe in reincarnation, whatever it is, death is not the end. It's the beginning of something new. So death changes something from one form to another. my interpretation of what's happened here is you were struggling in the mind, in the mental abilities. Something is in the form of this death is transforming the way you're thinking about things, taking you from, I'm going to say it like this, and I don't want to create any offense, just taking you from being negative Nancy or negative Nellie to let's see things differently. Let's look at things differently. Let's spin this glass so that it's not half empty, it's half full. Let's look at things from a different perspective. Let's stop being in the 9 of swords and the 7 of swords, and let's change our perspective. I think death is a challenge to the 7 of swords because it's not serving you to continue going down that road. So what's on your mind about that? What you're thinking about that is, you know what? You're right. I am going to start looking at things differently, and I'm going to change maybe my whole life, if not just my month of January. I'm going to be a different person. I'm going to start looking at things not from my comfort zone. I'm going to look at things from a perspective of, what do I want? Not what do I have, what do I want? Who do I want to be? What do I want to be? You have this very outward approach now, not inward, not looking at things and worrying and fretting. You're looking at things from a perspective of, this is your magic wand here in your hand. You're holding that staff. You're looking out onto the horizon. I love the overglow or the casting of the sky in this card because it's just beautiful. I feel it's a very peaceful, inspired place to be able to stand there with your comfort zone and all your comforts around you. But also there's a globe and there's the future. What do you want your future to be? I think you're really taking a good, hard, honest look at what you want it to be, not what it is. What do you want? And it's an inspired view out to the world. And that's what's on your mind. So what's going on down under the surface that you might not be aware of? It's there. You might not realize it, but we've got more fire energy. And this is all those wands. And you've got your futuristic magic bow, and you're beginning to extend offers, putting out job applications. If you're looking for love, this is you putting yourself on dating websites. If you're looking for a new job, it's the resumes going out. If you're looking for a new home, this is you going and going on tours and getting taken on visits and viewings of homes. Whatever you can think is what you're aiming towards, what you're aiming at, you're ready, and it's like you're locked and loaded, ready to go. So heading in the direction of your dreams in your future. What positive things do you want to see and bring about in your life? As you move into the future, King of Pentacles, you've mastered something in your physical reality. You've purchased that home. Maybe you're purchasing your second home at this point, because the King of Pentacles is mature. They are wise. They've landed the deal. In fact, they aren't just, they're not wet behind the ears. They're not green. They're very, everything that's happened in life has brought them to this place. This gigantic gold coin, holding it right there at this heart space, standing on the path. It's as if they're surveying the land and they're looking out on their kingdom, and they really realize that I've achieved, I've gained, I've mastered, I've handled it, I've accrued. Anything with the past tense, it's as if you are looking out onto everything that you have, and you're feeling the sense of pride and so much achievement and success. The King of Pentacles is the master of their physical world. You've mastered your health, your wealth, your money, your time, your fame, your reputation. So proud of who you are and what you are. And that's near future energy. And then we bring it to the external energy. So it's around you, it affects you. It's not necessarily you, but it is, and it, like I said, it affects you. It could be your job, your relationship, it could be your home, it could be anything that's outside of you, but it affects your life in a big way. And we have a big energy, the tower. This is fire energy, Mars energy, a lot of times attributed to the sign Aries, your fire cousin, or Scorpio. Aries and Scorpio energy because it's Mars related. So this is shocking, revelatory. It's you didn't expect it. It came out of nowhere. It's a tower. It's like a sudden lightning bolt to what you thought was going on is now changing form. It's recreating. It's demolishing and being rebuilt into something different. It is just a humongous, unexpected piece of news, information, your let's just say, go with the example of it is your job. There's been a takeover, a merging, and people's jobs are going to be being released. If this is a relationship, the one that you have been with forever and ever, they've come to tell you how they really feel, sharing their truth. You didn't expect it. Either it's going to bring you closer or it's going to divide you. But whatever it is, this outside source or this outside thing that is in this tower energy is not happening to you, it's happening for you. So I know that you can look back on your life and you can think about things that in the moment may not have felt or seemed positive, but as you've looked back on them and reflected later, you realize that that really was for your highest and best good. So that is what the tower does. It shakes, rattles, and rolls things around to put things in different categories and energies. And like I said, it either draws things closer together or it comes and does what it was intended to do, and that's possibly to split and divide. So however it is that that is interpreted, the tower is the external energy. The internal energy, how you're feeling, is you're really starting to feel yourself. You're feeling like if you felt like you lost touch with yourself, all these swords that you started January with, as January unfolds, you begin to feel your power again. You begin to feel your strength, your positivity. The sun is the most positive card in all 78 tarot cards. It's major arcana for the sign of Leo. So this is you showing up. This is your power card, showing up in your energy, feeling yourself, feeling like yourself, feeling happy, positive, energetic, lit up, light filled. Maybe the sun has been coming out a lot more in your area. Maybe you feel like, and as the light is starting to gain, we're gaining daylight more and more and more. You're just feeling good in your skin, in your shoes. You're feeling good. You're feeling happy. You're seeing things as if the light got flicked on, where I think you were feeling a little in the dark in like the emotional side of life, maybe feeling a little down or depressed. Not the case as January unfolds. Like I said, the light switch got flicked to on, and now you're feeling positive and happy and glad to be here, wherever that is, at your job, in your home, in life, in general, happy. Your hopes and your fears. The Four of Cups. This is the energy of ho-hum, bah humbug, blase, not sure, undecided. I just don't know how I feel about something. I feel like I could go either way on that. It's like when somebody asks, where do you want to go for dinner? And you're like, I don't care. But really you do. So even if they presented an option, you would probably find fault with it And if they didn't give a suggestion, you would find fault with that. Do you know what I mean? It's that state of mind where really emotionally, I just don't know how I feel about things right now. I don't have an answer for you. I don't know. I'm just sitting here. I'm not feeling energetically, emotionally excited about really anything. This is your hope and your fear. And you're hoping that you don't have to make a decision about something in your heart space. But you're also fearing that you'll be bored out of your mind if you do. So it is a little bit of a emotional booby trap, and you just don't want to be caught up in it. I don't want to be stuck somewhere that I don't want to be long term. I don't want to make a decision on this because what if I hate it? So this is your hope and fear, and this is a really valid, understandable hope and fear. To be in the Four of Cups, to me, feels like emotional quicksand. Like I don't want to get stuck there. I don't want to be in that energy. It's a hope and a fear, and I completely 100% get it. As we get to the culmination, the final outcome is the Three of Cups. Happy, joyful, celebratory, getting together with your friends for cocktail hour, happy hour, celebrating, it's a Three of Cups. It's emotional contentedness. It's happy, it's joy, it's celebratory. Good news, jovial energy. So as we end January, we are ending it on a positive note, happy, joyful, thinking good things about our life. Let me grab the Wise Spell Tarot and do just an extra additional 3 cards. Whoa, that was not what I intended to do. Let me grab those. And I just needed 3. We have the 10 of Cups that flip, so let's keep that. 3 cards for the sign of Leo. 10 of Cups, so just 2 more. 2 more cards for Leo. Oops. Justice, major arcana for the sign of Libra, and the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is that hard work. 10 of Cups is that true love, feeling emotionally satisfied and successful. So what we have here is in general, justice, the scales will be balanced in your favor. If you've been going through something in the legal system, HR at work, the scales will be balanced in your favor. Justice is here. Justice is on your side. This is Lady Justice. This is good luck. Truth has been discovered, and it's in your favor. 8 of Pentacles, this hard work. After a lot of hard work, I think that the truth has been made clear, and you will be emotionally content and satisfied. 10 of Cups, beautiful culmination in the heart space. Your cups are full. I want to leave you with a last message from the Mystic Manifesting Oracle cards for the sign of Leo. What can we share? One last message with them. Have the power to attract. When you connect to spirit, all you need is drawn to you. I keep myself in the flow. Power to attract. Your affirmation is, I keep myself in the flow. Leo, thank you for being here. Thank you for your energy. I do wish you a very happy and prosperous new year. Namaste.